This meditation is designed to open your mind and body to the loving notion of preparing your womb for pregnancy. You'll be guided to deeply relax and then envision giving your body optimal nourishment as you invite your baby to begin its life in the sacred space of your womb. I'm Dr. Natalie Masson, and I'm a psychologist specializing in the mind-body connection. In my Fertility from the Soul programs, I'm creating tools and gathering information to help you move along your fertility journey in an empowered and heartfelt manner. Subscribe to this channel to stay up to date with my latest creations. Before we start this meditation, let's begin with a little background. You're welcome to move and stretch your body as you listen to this introduction. In a little while, I'll invite you to settle into stillness. Lots of attention is given to nurturing your baby during the 3 trimesters of pregnancy. And then, of course, there's also much attention given to how to nurture your baby after birth. There's a book called Happiest Baby on the Block, in which the author, pediatrician Dr. Harvey Karp, focuses on this very delicate time in a baby's life right after birth. He believes this is a time to somewhat recreate the nurturing environment of the womb. He calls this 3-month period after birth the 4th trimester. I believe that a similar level of care can be worth giving to the time before conception, when the body is preparing eggs to be released and the womb is being prepared to nourish a baby. I've decided to call this your baby's premester, an important time before the 1st trimester for preparing your womb for your baby's arrival. So how long should this premester be, you might wonder? I believe that the sooner you start, the better, because the more time and energy you put in, the more prepared your body will likely be. Some women will find they become pregnant very quickly after beginning practicing a meditation like this. Some women might choose to hold off on trying to conceive so that they can give their bodies more prep time. If you're concerned about your egg quality, the research suggests that using these kinds of practices for at least 3 months before conception might help improve your egg quality. You might consider alternating this meditation with my affirmations for improving egg quality. And if you're actively trying to conceive, you might combine this with my fertility affirmations for each of the 4 weeks of your cycle. You'll find links to these in the description below. You can listen to this as often as you feel it's helpful. Each time you listen, you might have a slightly different experience. I encourage you to let go of any expectations of how you should experience this. Just be open to whatever unfolds for you. This meditation is designed to help align your mind with the kinds of attitudes and healthy choices that are conducive to creating an optimal, nourishing environment for your baby. I expect that you'll become deeply relaxed during this experience. So please only use this recording when it's safe for you to relax completely. So definitely don't listen while driving or while doing activities that require focused attention. I recommend finding a time when you can listen to the entire recording uninterrupted in a quiet, comfortable setting. You may ignore suggestions if they don't feel helpful, and you can discontinue your experience at any time you choose. I do weave in hypnotic suggestion techniques in this meditation, so please be aware that whatever images and suggestions you wish to let in are reaching you both on a conscious and subconscious level, so they can impact you in a wide range of positive ways that you might even find surprising. If you're ready, let's begin. Take a moment now to invite nourishing breath into your body as you stretch your arms overhead, making your body as long and tall as possible. And then release your breath as you let your arms come down gently. Shake out any tension from your arms. Roll your shoulders forward, up, back, and down. And whenever you feel ready to settle into stillness, allow yourself to lay back in a position that feels comfortable and supported. As you lay back, you might feel as if you're sinking in deeper and deeper to whatever you're lying on, becoming more and more relaxed as you let yourself just let go. You might picture yourself on a downward escalator, gradually descending into deeper and deeper levels of relaxation. As you continue to let go, you might find your eyelids feeling heavier. And you'll probably find that it's quite natural to allow your eyes to gently close. Perhaps it even feels difficult to open your eyes. But that's okay, because there's no need to open your eyes or to do anything at all. You have permission to simply relax and be as you are, letting the sound of my voice soothe and reassure you. You might notice that sometimes when you relax deeply, you feel like you're sinking in deeper and deeper. Or sometimes you feel like you're floating like a feather in the wind. Whatever you're experiencing right now, you'll likely notice that you're feeling more and more relaxed as you listen to my words and hear the music softly lulling you into a place of ease. And speaking of places of ease, it can also be nice to imagine that you've been transported to one of your favorite peaceful places. A place where everything is just as you like it. It's completely safe and totally serene. And if you can allow yourself to let it become vivid in your mind, you might notice the sounds of this place, and that these sounds are so calming. You might notice a scent in the air that's pleasant and refreshing. Just breathing this in. You might notice the feeling of the air against your skin. So pleasant and comfortable. As you let this place become alive to your senses, you're free to just drink it all in and enjoy this lovely place that's so wonderfully calming and pleasant. And the more you allow this calmness to wash over your body, the more you might feel muscles in your body softening and releasing. You might feel a softening across your forehead, around your temples, behind your eyes. You might notice your jaw loosening, your cheeks softening, your tongue relaxing inside your mouth. With each exhale, you might feel tension melting away from your body. You might notice a softening through your neck and your throat. Perhaps an openness in your chest area. Maybe a releasing through your upper back and shoulders, your middle back, your lower back. And you might feel your abdomen softening and releasing as well. You might feel this sense of ease flowing through your hips, your thighs, your calves, down to your feet and toes. And if you rest your attention now in your arms, you might notice an easy lightness in your arms right now. And if you bring your awareness now to your hands, you might find that it's very easy to gently move your fingers and your hands. And it might be pleasant to touch your hands together and simply feel your own warm, nurturing touch. Aware now of your heart, where so many feelings of warmth and love can reside. Perhaps you can envision warm energy from your heart traveling through your arms and to your hands. And you can probably feel a loving presence in your own hands. I invite you now to rest your hands over your chest, your heart space, gently breathing in to whatever you're noticing. Perhaps you can sense the love in your own heart for the baby that you wish to call into your life. This is a very natural maternal longing. And it can be so nice to just honor this maternal energy within you, the love in your own heart for the baby you are inviting. And now you might rest your hands over your belly, your womb, your baby's first home for growing and developing. Feeling your heart's energy flowing through your arms, down to your hands, into your womb. Spreading the love in your own heart to your womb, where you're inviting your baby to arrive, thrive, and grow. Feel free to rest your hands over your heart or your womb, or maybe placing one hand over your heart and one on your belly, adjusting them in whatever way feels natural during this experience. From this space of trusting your instincts and honoring your body and your emotions, you might sense that there's an openness to so many possibilities. An openness to what's known, to what's unknown, to what's familiar, to what's unfamiliar. As you ride the waves that rise and fall from one moment to the next, you might find a rhythm to this journey that guides you and soothes you in a way that the certainties and the uncertainties blend together into a flow that's much like the mysterious ways of nature, where there are knowns and unknowns, ups and downs, ins and outs. Each night is followed by another day. Each sunrise is followed by a sunset, which is followed by a sunrise, and around it goes. As you rest peacefully and let your breath flow gently into your body and out, I'd like to talk with you about birds and their nests. I wonder if you've ever thought much about the purpose of a bird's nest. I was pondering this the other day, and it occurred to me a bird nest's primary purpose is to protect their eggs and the baby birds that hatch from the eggs. It's a home for the earliest stages of a baby bird's life. Have you ever had the pleasure of watching birds building their nest? They survey the land for just the right materials to carefully weave together, and in their beaks they carry one twig at a time, carefully laying them against each other, one little piece at a time. And over several days of persistent work, they've built a home where they can lay their eggs, keep their eggs warm, and protect the newly hatched babies as they grow stronger and bigger. A warm, safe, nurturing home where they will all nuzzle in together until the baby birds are ready to spread their wings and fly off. When we think of preparing for our own baby's arrival, you might envision prenatal doctor's appointments, baby showers, decorating the baby's room, and collecting supplies and gear for caring for a new baby. But what about preparing the nest? What about preparing your womb? Because this is your baby's first home. This time before your first trimester, we'll call it your baby's premester, could be very lovingly focused on preparing your womb for this miracle of life. As you continue to breathe softly and relax, you might enjoy taking a little tour of all the things you might do to prepare your baby's first home in your nurturing womb. Each of these things you do is like laying another twig to build your baby's nest. As I take you on this virtual tour where you'll envision making the most of your baby's premester, you might like to rest your hands over the lowest part of your belly to help bring your attention to your uterus. This is where a fertilized egg will nuzzle in, cells rapidly dividing, tissues growing, organs developing. This will be your baby's home for 3 trimesters. Whether or not you realize it, you're already doing something very lovely to prepare your baby's home, just by allowing yourself to rest and relax right now. Being at ease within yourself is like turning on a soft lullaby in your baby's room. You might notice that as you invite softening and releasing throughout your abdomen, your breath naturally sends gentle waves of movement down toward your womb. This is like gently massaging your baby's home, keeping it supple and receptive to receiving new life. Noticing how nice it feels to send this loving energy into your baby's home as you prepare for your baby to take residence. Just as if you were preparing a guest room for a visit from much-loved family or friends. Getting everything set up just so that when they walk in, they feel your welcoming invitation saying, "I'm so glad you've come. I've been waiting for you. Please stay a while." Aware now that every element of your baby's growth is going to be fueled and supported by your own body, you might be inclined to take special care in how you nourish your body. You might notice yourself taking time to seek out very clean and nourishing foods, free of contaminants, full of vitamins and nutrients, with a nice balance of healthy carbohydrates, proteins, and fats that help your body be energized and vibrant throughout each day. You might find that your body loves foods in their more natural form, and your baby will love receiving this endless supply of wholesome nourishment. All the nourishment you take in will build the lining of your womb like warm, cozy blankets for your fertilized egg to snuggle into. As I'm sure you're aware, drinking ample clean water keeps everything in your body staying hydrated and flowing smoothly and vibrantly. Every drink of water you take, each healthy bite of food, is like another twig added to the nest you're building for your baby. Similarly, every time you're physically active, strengthening your body and getting your circulation flowing, oxygen-rich blood is flowing to your uterus, helping nourish and stimulate this amazing space that goes through a beautifully orchestrated cycle every month to prepare for a fertilized egg to arrive. With all these physical pieces coming together to build a fitting home for your baby, let's also remember the energy of your emotions. You probably wouldn't leave a television blaring loudly with dramatic, high-conflict shows playing in your baby's room. Letting go of negativity in your own life is like turning down the volume on that television, creating a soothing sanctuary for your baby to be peaceful and serene. And while there will most certainly be trying moments in your own life, you can breathe into your feelings. You can let your tears flow if that's what's coming up for you. And you can still send a message to your womb and to your baby that everything's going to be okay. This is the nature of life, and we can handle this together. Letting go of doubts and fears is like moving branches and debris off the trail so that there's a clear pathway for your baby to find its way to you. As you envision clearing the way, moving the brush and overgrowth so that you can see a clear path, Perhaps your heart smiles as you warmly invite your baby to find you and nestle in to your loving womb. Even though there may be much to do in your busy life, you might set aside time to connect with people who bring you joy, who bring a smile to your face, who fill your belly with laughter. After all, a home filled with the sounds of laughter is beautifully inviting, isn't it? And as you nurture your closest relationships, you might find it serves everyone well to let go of the little things that can steal away your closeness. After all, a home filled with harmony and closeness is beautifully inviting, isn't it? And when each day comes to a close, you might be inclined to really protect your sleep, giving your body time to rest and restore, collecting its energy to create a nourishing environment for your baby. After all, giving your body ample rest would be a beautiful thing for you and your growing baby, wouldn't it? All this good care of your own health will contribute to the very cells, tissues, and fibers of your baby's being. Everything you put into your body, from the food you eat to the energy of your emotions, is what your baby is going to grow from once it's developing inside you. Each of these little things you do to bring nourishment, warmth, security, and joy to your baby's home environment is like another twig preparing the bird's nest for the eggs that are soon to come. Now there's something else interesting about a bird's nest that I want to point out. If you look closely at the individual pieces, they aren't all smooth and refined. They often have pokey ends, some of them are broken. Sometimes there's some fuzz or hair that's been woven into the mix. The elements of a bird's nest are very textured, and the individual parts are certainly not perfect. But the sum of the parts, all brought together with patience and diligent nurturing intentions, create the perfect home for the baby birds. So perhaps your nest will be a collage of bits and pieces with their own irregularities and imperfections. Some days self-care might be a little patchy. Some days emotions might be a bit frayed. But like the bird's nest, the sum total of it can all come together to make a perfect home for your baby, as long as you continue to hold in the forefront this notion of careful preparation. It's a little like gardening. One of the most important steps in gardening is preparation. A wise gardener will take time to enrich the soil so that it's full of the right balance of nutrients, setting up irrigation so that the right amount of hydration is available, choosing an area with the right amount of sun and shade. Then once the seeds are planted, they have an optimal environment to sprout, grow, and bloom. Perhaps you can envision a bird's eggs being protected by the nest that was built by the parents, envisioning these eggs being warmed by the parents' instinctive nurturing presence. And perhaps you can picture the newly hatched birds being sheltered and held by this lovely nest as they grow stronger, eating the food their parents bring them. Like the gardener preparing to grow plants and the birds preparing to lay eggs, you are preparing your womb to nurture new life. This is your baby's pre-master. The energy that you bring into your body right now will contribute to what feeds and grows your baby during its 3 trimesters in your womb. This pre-master phase can be rather lovely and special, really. You might even notice a gentle smile on your face as you step back and appreciate all that you are cultivating to invite this new soul to snuggle in and take residence in your loving womb. Connecting now with a sense of gratitude for having this opportunity to create space and invite new life. The creation of life is a somewhat mysterious and magical thing. Opening to the magic and trusting that life will unfold in a way that you can receive what's coming with an open heart, with gratitude and grace. Each breath into your body and out, a mini miracle. Each heartbeat in your chest, a fascinating feat of nature. With a deep respect for this delicate process of sparking new life, continuing each day to nourish your body with clean, nutritious food and ample hydration, stimulating circulation with regular physical activity, setting boundaries around your sleep time so that you can give your body the precious downtime that helps your body thrive in every way. Much like if you were in your 3rd trimester, designing your baby's sleeping area, creating a little play space, collecting gear and supplies, finding the right colors and textures to create this sweet home space for this precious little being. This is your baby's pre-master, and you are preparing your womb where your baby will live and grow for 9 beautiful months. Continuing to hold hope for your baby's arrival with a gentle smile in your heart. And now finding joy in your motherly heart, warmth in your mothering womb, as you send your baby these words of assurance and invitation. I am willing to make space for you and nurture you with every step I take. I am preparing this space for you. I am ready for you. Once again, breathing into these words as you send these loving messages to the baby you are inviting to be with you. I am willing to make space for you and nurture you with every step I take. I am preparing this space for you. I am ready for you. Going forward, everything you've experienced during this session will be resting in your mind on a deep subconscious level, germinating like seeds that will grow and blossom over time. If it's a suitable time now for you to drift off to sleep, I'd like to invite you to just allow yourself to rest deeply and enjoy nourishing, restorative sleep. If you'll be moving forward with your day from here, I'd like to invite you to gradually transition from the state of deep relaxation and drifting into peaceful wakefulness as if you were on the lower floor, stepping onto an escalator heading up, feeling yourself rising slowly and gradually out of this deep state you've been resting in. You might start noticing sensations in your fingers and your toes, your hands and your feet, maybe rotating your hands and feet. You might rub your hands together, creating warmth from the friction. Then placing your warm palms over your eyes as you invite in a slow, deep breath and then gently release it. You might gently massage your face with your fingertips, maybe massaging your forehead, your jaw, your temples, exploring your scalp and the back of your neck. And now maybe placing both hands over your womb and looking down at your belly, acknowledging with love this very special, beautiful place that you are nourishing during your baby's premester. Thank you for allowing me to guide you on your sacred journey to motherhood.